broken, tied and torn. You didn't promise light or endless skies, just stayed while the world passed me by. I was all rusted chains and haunted eyes, but you touched the room like it could rise. You are heaven in the wreckage, a whisper through the pain. When the world turns to ashes, you're the one thing that remains. You never tried to fix me, you just stood in the flame. Now I'm burning with meaning every time you say my name. There's a violence in the way I love, a hunger I never spoke of. But you wore my chaos like a crown, taught me how to breathe without falling down. Where others saw the scars and fled, you traced them like a map instead. You are heaven in the wreckage, a whisper through the pain. When the world turns to ashes, you're the one thing that remains. You never tried to fix me, you just stood in the flame. Now I'm burning with meaning every time you say my name. There's a violence in the way I love, a hunger I never spoke of. But you wore my chaos like a crown, taught me how to breathe without falling down. Where others saw the scars and fled, you traced them like a map instead. Now I'm yours with no defenses, and it's more than just survive. If I lose the war inside again, would you stay and pull me from the end? I'd give you every breath I own, every shattered piece of stone. You're the heaven in the wreckage, the calm beneath the scream, a ghost I never questioned, the pulse inside the dream. And if this love is all I need, let them carve it into flame. You were the only song I sang when the silence called my name. You were the fire I could hold in a world so dark and cold. You were heaven in the wreckage.
Like a storm through my hollow sky, lightning in your eyes, no time to say why. I was bone and rust, just a ghost in steel, but your voice cut through, made the silence feel real, real. Every star I wore was a battle unfought, till you reached inside, shattered every thought. You're the fire in my veins, the howl in my bones, the echo I chase when I'm dying alone. In a world built of ashes, you still burn bright, a rebel with love like a war in the night. Pull me in close through the wreckage we ride. You're my arrow through darkness, my reason to fight. I tried to love safe, tried to love tame, but you broke the cage and rewrote the name. Now I bleed truth in a voice like flame, and I'd set the world wild just to whisper yours again. You undid the armor I wore to survive. Now I live in the light of the look in your eyes. You're the fire in my veins, the howl in my bones, the echo I chase when I'm dying alone. In a world built of ashes, you still burn bright, a rebel with a love like a war in the night. Pull me in close through the wreckage we ride. You're my arrow through darkness, my reason to fight. echo I chase when I'm dying alone. In a world built of ashes, you still burn bright. A rebel with a love like a war in the night. Pull me in close through the wreckage we write. Pull me in deep, I've got nothing to hide. You're my arrow through darkness, my reason to fight. Yeah, you're my reason to fight. Even love made of fire can still burn right. I was all smoke and mirrors, built from shadow and fight, living like a spark, afraid to ever touch the light. But then you came, a voice in the ruin, a storm I couldn't run from, a wound worth pursuing. You didn't flinch at the wreck I became. You just whispered, even fire has a name. Only love could break me right, tear me down with hands so kind. You're the silence in the riot, the mercy in my fight. I was born to be a weapon till you turned me into light. Only love could break me right. I wore my pain like armor, sharp edges just to breathe. But you moved through the chaos like you were born to bleed. You saw the war behind my grin, held my soul like fragile skin. And I caved beneath the grace you let me in. I never begged for saving grace, but I found it in your face. Only love could break me right, burn the dark and leave me sight. You're the calm inside the thunder, the weight that makes me fight. I was born to be a weapon till you turn me into light. Only love could break me right. So take what's left of me, the pieces and the prayers. I'd rather fall apart with you than stand whole anywhere. Only love could break me right, leave me bleeding full of light. In a world that tried to drown the weight that makes me fight. I was born to walk through fire till you kiss me into light. Only yours could break me right. Yeah, only yours could break me right. Yeah, only yours could break me right. Quiet, where my demons sleep, where the light never lingers and the wounds run deep. You spoke in fire, not in words, and lit a flame I never deserved. You loved me like a reckoning storm, not to fix me, just to keep me warm. And now your silence is the loudest sound, like a scream buried deep underground. This was a beautiful war, every scar, every shattered metaphor. You broke me gently, like only truth can, taught a hollow man how to stand. And if I lost you to save who I was and let me fall, there's no peace with in my every song. I tried to love you like a shield, but some hearts need to break to heal. We danced on glass and named it grace, fell into fire just to feel your face. And if forever was never meant, at least we burned every moment we spent. This was a beautiful war, a holy ache I still pray for. You brought me over not to wound, but to give me space to bloom. And if I lost you to save what we were, then let me drown. I'd do it all for her. Some love isn't built to last. It lives in echoes, in shadows cast. But I wear a memory like skin, and I bleed every time I breathe you in. No regrets, just the price we swore. You were my ruin, you were my rise, the tear in the veil, the truth in the lies. And if love like this must end in pain, then let me hurt. I'd go to war again. You were my beautiful one, and I still bear your name, like a sword, like a prayer, like a flame. Show you all my beautiful war, and I still bear your name, like a sword, like a prayer, like a flame. Living small in the cracks of the day, a whisper beneath all the noise, fading slow, just slipping away. But you saw through the silence, through the armor and the ash, like you were made of the mercy I never thought I'd ask. You didn't weep to pull me out, you just stood inside the flame and gave my ghost a name. Now I'm buried in your light, like a storm that's found its sky. You love the parts I tried to kill, you breathe into what's broken still. You are thunder, you are grace, and I would fall 1,000 times to stay buried in your light. You never asked for a promise, never prayed I'd be whole. You just held me like a question that never needed to be told. And I unraveled in your quiet, fell apart where I was seen. Not fixed, not healed, but finally free. You didn't run when the sky fell in. You caught the rain and pulled me in. Now I'm buried in your light, where the night can't find my name. You turned every scar to meaning, every echo into flame. You are fire, you are grace, and I would bleed through every fight to stay buried in your light. So if I lose myself again, just whisper once and I'll remember when your voice lit up the void in me and turned my ruin into symphony. Yeah, I'm buried in your light, where the damage feels divine. You love me wrong without disguise, turn my collapse into a rise. You are storm and you are grace, and if I'm nothing else in this life, let me be buried in your light. Bury me in your light. If I burn, let it be bright. You're final and stayed warm. You were the calm inside the storm. We never fit the story right, but we were real in every fight. You touched the parts I tried to lose, the faded ink, the unhealed bruise. And when the world turned black and blind, you saw the soul I'd left behind. You didn't fix me, you just stayed, and that's the bravest thing to say. We were lost, but we were gold. Two shattered hearts that wouldn't fold. You found me where I came undone, and loved me like the war was won. If love means falling every time, then fall with me, where the broken still shine. I never learned how to believe until your light made shadows grieve. You didn't need a flawless man, you took me just the way I am. Our hands were fire, our words were glass, but somehow we still made it last. Even in the wrecking rain, we made a home inside the pain. You didn't save me, you just knew what broken love could still break through. We were lost, but we were gold. Two shattered hearts that wouldn't fall. You found me where I came undone, and loved me like the war was won. If love means falling every time, then fall with me, where the broken still shine. We were love could still break through. Even if the stars forget, even if the dawn's not set, I'll carry you through every fight, your name engraved in every wire. We were lost, but we were true, and I still choose to fall with you. You found me where I came undone, and loved me like the war was won. If love means heart is still aligns, then I will stay, where the broken still shine. In the dark, I'll still see your face, where the broken still find grace. I was crawling through the silence, buried deep beneath my skin. Every breath was just survival, till your fire pulled me in. You didn't promise absolution, didn't try to mend the cracks. You just held me through the ruin, and gave me something I could give back. You were pain, you were peace, you were the wall that gave me release. Crimson mercy in your eyes, pulled me back from my own lies. You looked apart to shame my name, and kissed the fear and bore the blame. Even when the light turned gray, I still choose you anyway. My crimson mercy, you saved me just to walk away. I was lashing you with thunder, a storm I never saw arrive. You lit a match inside my hunger, and for a while I felt alive. We were pages torn in silence, we were truth too loud to speak. But in the chaos of your kindness, I was whole, I was weak. You weren't safe, you were real, you were the cut that taught me to feel. Crimson mercy in your eyes, pulled me back from my own lies. You loved the parts that shaped my name, and kissed the fear and bore the blame. Even when the light turned gray, I still choose you anyway. My crimson mercy, you saved me just to walk away. Unsafe, you were real, you were the cut that taught me to feel. Crimson mercy in your eyes, pulled the flame. You knew the cost and loved me the same. You never ran, you never begged, just gave your soul and then you bled. Now your echo won't let me sleep. You hold the walls I swore to keep. My crimson mercy, the love I lost too strong to keep. crimson mercy in your eyes pulled me back from my own lies. You loved the parts that shame my name and kissed the fear and bore the blame. Even when the light turned gray, I still choose you anyway. My crimson mercy, you saved me just to walk away. It was a mercy carved in stone. You found me when I died alone. I burned the past, I cursed the flame, just to hear you breathe my name. Even if you can't return, no, I would always choose the burn. My crimson mercy, you made me feel and let me earn. My crimson mercy, too bright to stay. I was born in the silence between thunder and flame. Wore heartbreak like armor and guilt like a name. I was a ghost in the mirror, just a breath without form, till your voice cut the static and pulled me from the storm. You didn't run from the ruin I kept. You laid down in the wreckage and wept. You loved me in blood and grace. Through every fractured time can't erase. You held the pieces the world threw away, turned all my ashes to something that stays. You are fire, you are faith, and I'm still learning how to stay. But I believe in blood and grace. Broken things I meant to hold close, try to feel whole in the arms of a ghost. But you saw the storm behind my smile and just to walk with me every mile. You didn't fix what you knew couldn't mend. You just stayed long enough to transcend. You love me in blood and grace, not for my strength, but the truths I face. You took the dark and gave it a name. You kissed the heart, not just the flame. You are silence, you are space, and I breathe deeper in your wake. Now I believe in blood and grace. So if I fall again, like I always do, will you still be the shelter I crash into? You taught me that love's not clean or kind, it's choosing the broken every time. You love me in blood and grace. Through every fractured time can't erase. You're the voice in the fire, the calm in the fight, the reason awake in the darkest of nights. If love is war, then you're my faith, and I would bleed to keep you safe. Because I believe, yeah, I believe in blood and grace. Not perfect, not pure, but God is real, and that's enough. That's what I feel. Ooh. Ooh. Not perfect, not pure, but God is real, and that's enough. That's what I feel. You came like thunder dressed in velvet skies, with eyes that held the ruin of 1,000 lies. I was wreckage, proud and bleeding slow. You touched the phone lines I didn't show. Your voice, a hymn carved out of stone. You saw through the silence I called my home. Now I wander through the your fingerprints inside my mind. The world burned cold when you said my name, but I held love like the hand on a flame. I gave you truth wrapped in regret, and you loved the parts I tried to forget. Still I whisper your name through the walls every night. On a ritual carved in the absence of light. We built cathedrals in the dark, lit by the wreckage of our hearts. You were the saints I couldn't save, the spark that danced on my unmarked grave. I held you close like a fading star. Now I pray to what's left of who we are. There's no altar for the almost love, no song for the ones time wasn't proud of. But I wear your memory like sacred scars, still bleeding beneath these borrowed stars. We built cathedrals in the dark, from fractured dreams and broken parts. You were the storm I couldn't chase, the ghost that time will not erase. I scream your name into the black, the echoes are all that come screaming back. So if love is a flame, then let me be ash, still kneeling in cathedrals that never could last. There's no altar for the almost loved. I was made of stone before you came, a quiet kind of storm with no one left to blame. You touched the fracture I tried to hide, and every broken piece came back to life. You were light in language I couldn't speak, a mirror held up to the parts I keep weak. You never asked for more than truth. Truth was the one thing I gave you bruised. If I could turn back time, would I still let it fall? Would I walk through fire just to lose it all? We were dust and flame, too fierce to last, but I'd bleed again just to relive the past. You were the ache I'll never outrun, stone and stardust fused into one. You kissed like thunder, soft and wild. I was the cynic, you were the child, and somehow you still saw me clear, the hollow man filled with rust and fear. I wore your name like a sacred wound, a song that played inside every room. And now the silence is dressed in you, still screaming things I wish I knew. If I could turn back time, would I still let it fall? Would I walk through fire just to lose it all? We were dust and flame, too fierce to last, but I bleed again just to relive the past. You were the ache I'll never outrun, stone and stardust fused into one. Was never clean, more prayer than plan, more rage than dream. But in the wreckage I still see the version of you that set me free. If I could turn back time, I'd still let it burn. Still take the crash for what I learned. We were chaos with a beating heart, two broken truths torn apart. You were the flame I couldn't shun, stone and stardust fused into one. So if you hear me in the dark, know I carry your spark, forever undone. Stone and stardust fused into one. Fused into one. I was drifting through silence, a man made of stone, caught by the cold and shaped by the alone. But your voice was a fog line, tearing through years, breaking the stillness, shaking the fears. I never asked to be seen that deep, but you touched the parts I swore to keep. You're the weight of your name in my hands tonight, like fire or water, like moon made right. You pulled me from ruin with nothing to gain, just a heart full of thunder and love that remains. I fall every time and I do it again. You're the ache in my chest, you're the weight of your name. I'm bled in the dark where the echoes don't fade, built my truth from the lies I let it stay. But you move like a hymn through the noise in my head, and gave meaning to things I thought were dead. You never needed to wear a crown, just held me still while I broke down. You're the weight of your name in my hands tonight, the bruise that reminds me I'm still alive. But you move like a hymn through the noise in my head, and no promise to stay, but you stayed all the same. I rise every time just to fall in your flame. You're the wound and the cure, you're the weight of your name. I never knew that love could burn this clean. Not chains, not cages, but something between freedom and gravity. Your gravity, you're the weight of your name, and I carry it proud. Through the silence, through the screaming, through every doubt. If this world comes apart, I will still speak your flame. Carved in the wreckage, the sky in my veins. You saved me with scars, and I'll never be the same. You're the truth I believe, you're the understand. You lit the dark, I learned to hide, and I cursed the light I felt inside. And now I bleed where you once stood, beneath the blood and moonlight, misunderstood. You were the calm before my fall, a sacred flame I dared to call. If this is love, then let it scar. I'd rather break than be where you aren't. You lit the dark, I learned to hide, and I cursed the light I felt inside. And now I bleed where you once stood, beneath the blood and moonlight, let's understood. You were the calm before my fall, a sacred flame I dared to call. If this is love, then let it scar. I'd rather burn than be where you aren't. I'd rather burn than be where you aren't. I still hear your breath in the cracks of the floor, still feel your touch like a closing door. You were the truth I couldn't defend, the kind of love that doesn't end. So let me bleed where you once stood, on the blood and moonlight, misunderstood. You were the calm, you were the storm, the fire that kept this hollow warm. If love is pain, then make it art. I wear your name across my heart. You were the light I couldn't keep, now I dream of you in flames and sleep. And beneath the blood and moonlight's skin, I still follow you anywhere. I've lived a heart on riot. I never believed in softer things, till your voice bent iron into strings. You touched the part I kept locked down, a rose that grew beneath the crown of thorns I wore to stay untouched. But your love was never gentle, it was just enough. Now the silence holds your breath, like a vow I never kept, still echoing through every scar. You were the fire in a house of stone, lit every wall I called my own. If loving you was doomed to bruise, I'd break again if I could choose. 'Cause even pain feels like perfume where the wreckage blooms. The beauty in my rage, read every line I'd never stage. You bled with grace I didn't earn, a lesson in how hearts can burn. But I was lightning held too long, a requiem trapped in a battle song. You begged me not to disappear, but ghosts don't know they're fading till they hear you clear. Now your name is caught in air, and I reach where you're not there, still haunting every broken star. You were the fire in a house of stone, lit every wall I called my own. If loving you was doomed to bruise, I'd break again if I could choose. 'Cause even pain feels like perfume where the wreckage blooms. I never said the words you needed, just stood as still choose you.
I was breaking low, then you carved out a warmth I'd never known. But love is a war between mercy and pride, and I lost every battle I fought from inside. So let the sky fall in crimson silence. I'll wear the ruins of our defiance. You are the fire that melted my chains. Now I'm just smoking memory stains. If goodbye is the cost of the flame, I still whisper your name through the silence. You saw through the noise, through the armor I wore. Taught me that softness could be something more. But I held you like lightning, too tight, too fast. And now all I have left is the sound of the past. Your touch still lingers like unfinished art, etched in the corners of my shattered heart. So let the sky fall in crimson silence. I'll wear the ruins of our defiance. You are the fire that melted my chains. Now I'm just smoking memory stains. If goodbye is the cost of the flame, I still whisper your name through the silence. Through the silence. Tried to a noise through the armor I wore. Taught me that softness could be something more. But I held you like lightning, too tight, too fast. And now all I have left is the sound of the past. Your touch still lingers like unfinished art, etched in the corners of my shattered heart. So let the sky fall in crimson silence. No mercy left, no more reliance. You are the fire, beautiful, wild. I was the wreckage, the exiled child. If love is a wound, I'll always claim, but still whisper your name through the silence. Whisper your name like a prayer with a faith. Silence where you used to stay. I pray without faith in the silence you used to stay. You touched the part of me I buried, where even light refused to stay. You spoke like thunder wrapped in mercy, and broke me in the softest way. Your hands were fire not to burn me, but to show the dark could feel. You kissed the scars I swore were nameless, and made the silence real. Now I'm haunted by the ghost we made, but to show the dark could feel. You kissed the scars I swore were nameless, and made the silence real. Now I'm haunted by the ghost we made, love that blooms then slips away. I still hear the echoes of you in every breath I didn't choose. You're the ache beneath my skin, the storm I left forever in. You couldn't hold the sky in place, but I would fall for
echoes of you. The beds so warm with conversations, words we never dared to speak. And I still wear your consolation on every night I can't find sleep. You were never mine to borrow, but still I held you like a vow. Even knowing love like ours could never last, but still knows how. Some fires burn without a flame, and some goodbyes still know your name. I still hear the echoes of you in every lie I told as truth. You're the ache beneath my skin, a melody that time erased. We couldn't change the hands of fate, but I would break just too late. To the echoes of you. And if I saw you in a different life, would you still turn and say goodbye? Or would we rise like we were meant to, like the stars that still resent you? I still hear the echoes of you in every chord that cuts me through. You're the song I never write, the ghost that walks me in tonight. No time may try to pull through, I'll always back to what was true. To the echoes of you. Still reaching, still falling, for the echoes of you. Where the silence breaks, where every light the daylight makes falls away like winter skin. You were the chaos I let in. Your eyes a storm I couldn't flee, spoke every truth I buried deep in me. You held my heart like broken glass and kissed the cracks like they would last. And in the dark we made our vow to burn like stars the night allows. This love was fire in a world of frost, a holy war where no one lost. You were my breath in a drowning sea, a bruise that somehow set me free. And if I'd fade from where we've been, no, I'd die to touch your skin in this black sky Eden. We danced where angels fear the tread, made our bed on the words unsaid. I was the shadow, you were the flame. We wore forgiveness like a chain. And though we fractured, though we bled, you stayed in the corners of my head. A ghost, a hymn, a quiet cry, the only reason I still tried. And every night I feel the cost of something perfect, something lost. This love was fire in a world of frost, a holy war where no one lost. You were my breath in a drowning sea, a bruise that somehow set me free. And if I fade from where we've been, though I die to touch your skin in this black sky Eden. We danced where angels fear the tread, made our bed on words unsaid. I was the shadow, you were the flame. We wore forgiveness like a chain. And if I fade from where we've been, no, I die to touch your skin in this black sky Eden. We were never made to last, cause we burn so bright so fast. Some love lives outside of time, yours will echo inside mine. This love was fire in a world of frost, a sacred wound I never tossed. You were the voice when I had none, the only war I never run. And if I fall where we began, I rise to break again in this black sky Eden. In this black sky Eden. I still feel you, I still believe you. You were my breath and if my skin. And if I fall where we began, let me haunt you like the wind in this black sky Eden. I still feel you, I still believe you. You're not the far line under my skin. Gentle collapse where the fire begins. I was silence dressed in armor and ash. You were the spark that shattered the past. I never asked for mercy or grace, but your love burned through every barricade. And now I stand in the wreckage we knew, a cathedral of ghosts still echoing you. I never asked for mercy or grace, but your love burned through every barricade. And now I stand in the wreckage we knew, a cathedral of ghosts still echoing you. If this is what it means to feel, then bleed me out but make it real. You were the storm I could not run, the moon that pulled my tides undone. We laughed like wolves beneath the sky, too wild to stay, too true to lie. And in the hollow between us, I still call your name. We carved our names in a house made of flame, danced on the edge where love meets pain. Your hands held the storm, your voice held the cure, but our vocal was fragile to feel something pure. And now I haunt the days we lost, every memory a line I crossed. But if I could go back, I wouldn't erase. Even the fall was a sacred place. If this is what it means to feel, then bleed me out but make it real. You were the storm I could not run, the moon that pulled my tides undone. We laughed like wolves beneath the sky, too wild to stay, too true to lie. And in the hollow between us, I still call your name. I still call your name. There's a weight in the space where you used to be, a gravity stitched into every beat of me. No light breaks through where we went blind, but I'd lose myself again to find. If this is what it means to feel, then give me wounds that never heal. You are the war I dared to choose, the only way I learned to lose. We laughed like fire without a flame, still burning in a different name. And in the hollow between us, I still hear you breathe, I still believe. I still call your name. In the hollow between us, I still call your name. I still call your name. I still call your name. If this is what it means to feel, then bleed me out but make it real. You were the storm I could not run, the moon that pulled my tides undone. We laughed like wolves beneath the sky, too wild to stay, too true to lie. And in the hollow between us, I still hear you breathe, I still believe. I still call your name. You found me in the silence, where the damage burns to breathe. I was a prayer without a promise, soul with nowhere left to bleed. You didn't try to fix me, you just lit a match instead. And in the glow of your defiance, I came alive inside my head. But you were chaos dressed in mercy, a bruise I didn't hide. I tear the sky in pieces just to feel you one more time. We made heaven in the wreck, built a throne from every every scar. You kissed the fire in my chest and held the rules like they were art. If love was meant to fall apart, then I would still choose the end. If it meant I got to love you once before it all burnt down again. You traced the edge of all my fear, turned the shadows into song. And I believed for one clear breath that broken never meant to bleed. Didn't try to fix me, you just lit a match instead. A bruise I didn't hide, a bruise of dues I never meant to bleed. You didn't try to fix me, you just lit a match instead. A bruise I didn't hide, I came never just to love you alone. Maybe heaven in the wreck, built a throne from every scar. You kissed the fire in my chest and held the ruins like they were ours. If that was meant to fall apart, then let it come and let it bend. Then I would still choose the end. If it meant I got to love you once before it all burned down again. You traced the edge of all my fear, turned the shadows into song. And I believed for one clear breath that broken never meant to part. But that was meant to fall apart, then let the fire make amends. I choose to wreck 1,000 times to feel your breath again. You want heaven in the wreck, built a home from shattered glass. You were the calm behind my rage, the ghost I never meant to pass. The love was made to come and go, and let the fire make amends. I choose to wreck 1,000 times to feel your breath again. Truth in what won't stay, and I would bleed forever just to hold you for a day. We made heaven in the wreck, from the ruins we were kings. You lit the dark I couldn't face, and crowned me with your wings. If every ending leads to pain, then let it come and let it bend. I burn the world just to love you again. You were heaven in the wreck. break all over again. And I break all over again. I was smoking a bottle, drifting out with the tide. Built a kingdom of silence where I could safely hide. But you walked through the wreckage like you'd always known the cost. You didn't search for beauty, you just loved me through the loss. I never thought I'd be more than the scars, but you traced them like constellations in the dark. You are a voice in the void, the hand in the flame, the stillness that holds what I can't even name. When others let go, you were already strong. You showed me a place where the broken belong. You loved what I buried and called it a song. You didn't need to save me, didn't ask me to change. You saw the war in my soul and stayed anyway. I gave you my ruin, you gave it back whole. Now every shattered piece feels like part of a soul. And now I burn not to disappear, but to light the way made clear. You are the voice in the void, the calm in the fight, the reason I still reach toward the light. Where others moved on, you held on too long. You showed me a place where the broken belong. You loved what I buried and called it a song. You loved what was bleeding and made it a song. So if I fall again, don't catch me, just say my name like you still believe. Sometimes love doesn't fix what it touches, it just teaches the soul how to breathe. You are the voice in the void, the